Manchester United are not finished. Not even close. A teenage winger has just told his club he wants away. 12 months. That's all he needed to make up his mind. One single season, and he's already eyeing the exit. And who's first on the phone? United. But there's a twist. He's not sure England is even where he wants to go. So why are United still circling? That's only the opening story tonight, because there's a right-back battle brewing on two separate fronts. A forward pursuit getting noisier by the day, and a midfield signing that hinges entirely on one sale happening first. 4 stories, one club moving on every front at once. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll see exactly how these 4 pieces lock together. Let's get into it. We start with the name everyone's talking about. Endrick, Real Madrid's young Brazilian, a player who looked set for life in the Spanish capital. 1 season. That's all it took before whispers started about him wanting more minutes elsewhere. And United have been listening closely. Sources claim Old Trafford have already opened informal talks with Madrid about a possible loan with an option to buy. Think about that. A Brazilian wonder kid, barely a year into his dream move, already being shopped around Europe. United aren't just watching from a distance here. They've made contact, real contact. But then it gets messy, because Endrick isn't convinced about the Premier League at all. Reports suggest he's actually leaning toward a move within Spain instead, possibly even a rival in La Liga. So United are chasing a forward who might prefer to stay exactly where he is, just under a different badge. That's the kind of transfer link that should make any fan a little cautious. Because contact alone means nothing if the player isn't sold on the idea. So why keep pushing? Because availability like this doesn't come around often. Wonder kids who've already proven themselves at the very top rarely stay open for long. And United are banking on the idea that if his preferred options stall, even slightly, there'll be the club standing there ready to move fast. This one is alive, but it's an uphill climb. United are playing patience here, hoping the door elsewhere shuts before their own window does. Keep this name in mind, because it loops back into something much bigger later on. Now switch to the backline, because United are fighting an entirely different battle here too. Nuno Mendes, Paris Saint-Germain's left-sided defender, has reportedly told the French club he wants a new challenge. United have joined the race, but they're not alone. Liverpool are in this conversation. Bayern Munich are in this conversation too. 3 European giants, 1 full-back, all circling the same target. That alone tells you how highly this player is rated right now. But here's where United's approach splits off from the rest. They aren't just chasing Mendes, they're also working a second name at the exact same position at the exact same time. Diogo Dalot's potential replacement isn't the only plan. Reece James, the Chelsea defender, has reportedly been quietly assessed as a domestic alternative, someone already proven in England who could be available for the right price. So now you've got United running 2 parallel chases. Mendes in one corner, a continental superstar with 3 giants bidding against each other. James in the other corner, a Premier League name who knows the league inside and out. Doesn't that sound chaotic? Actually, no, that's exactly how serious clubs operate in a transfer window. You don't sit and wait on one name and hope it falls your way. You work every realistic route at once and you take whichever one breaks first. It also hands United leverage. If Mendes becomes a bidding war they can't win, James is sitting right there as a backup plan. And if James proves difficult, Mendes is still very much alive in the background. So which one actually happens? A continental superstar 3 other giants are also desperate for, or a homegrown English international who already knows the league? That decision is coming, and it's coming faster than most expect. But the defensive race isn't even the messiest situation United are currently dealing with, because in midfield things have gotten genuinely tense. Conor Gallagher's successor is reportedly already being lined up, and the name attached is Adam Wharton, Crystal Palace's rising midfielder. United want him, but so do Liverpool. And this isn't quiet background interest either. This is a full-blown tug-of-war between 2 heavyweight clubs, both circling the same young midfielder, both trying to convince him their project is the one worth betting his career on. Here's why this one matters so much for United specifically. Their midfield has needed real rebuilding for seasons now. Anyone watching this team closely knows it. Wharton represents exactly the kind of player who could solve that problem. Young, composed, already proven against Premier League quality, rather than being a gamble on raw potential. But Liverpool know all of this too, and they are not stepping back from this fight. If anything, the competition seems to be speeding both clubs up rather than scaring either one off. So it becomes a question of who blinks first, who pays the bigger fee, who convinces the player that their badge means more to his future than the other one does. This story is live right now, today, as this video goes out, and it genuinely could swing either direction within days. But here's where everything finally connects. Here's the story tying this whole video together. Because United's next major attacking move depends entirely on a decision they haven't made yet. Victor Osimhen, Napoli's powerhouse striker, genuine top-tier quality, the kind of name that instantly changes the conversation around a club's ambition the moment it's linked seriously. Reports confirm United have identified him as a genuine summer priority, not a backup option buried on a scouting list, not a name floated just to generate clicks. A real target, heading into a season where United are back among Europe's elite and desperately need a focal point up front. But here's the catch, the detail that changes everything else in this story. United can't actually move for Osimhen until they offload Antony first. Read that again, because it's the key to this entire video. One of the most exciting forward targets on United's list is sitting there, completely dependent on a winger leaving Old Trafford first. That's how transfer windows actually function behind the scenes, even when fans see it as just a wish list. It isn't sign player A, then separately sign player B. It's a chain. You sell one to fund the wages and the fee for the next. And right now, United's entire attacking rebuild is hanging on that first domino falling. So picture the scenario. The moment Antony's exit is confirmed, wherever he ends up, United are expected to move immediately. No hesitation, no cooling off period, straight into a push for Osimhen. That's the kind of sequencing that tells you this isn't loose speculation thrown together by people with nothing else to write. This is a structured plan. United already know what they want next. They're simply waiting on the first piece to fall before triggering the second. Now go back to the start of this video. Remember Endrick, the wonder kid who might prefer staying in Spain over coming to England? Here's the connection. If Osimhen becomes United's man up front once Antony is sold, Endrick stops being the priority almost overnight. There simply isn't room, financially or tactically, to chase both at full intensity. But if Osimhen's price proves impossible, or if personal terms collapse, maybe it's Endrick who suddenly becomes the real focus instead. Two elite forwards, realistically one available striker slot once funds are freed up, and United quietly deciding behind closed doors which route they actually want to commit to. That's the real story underneath all four of these headlines tonight. Not four separate, unconnected rumours, but one football club building a complete and deliberate plan, piece by piece, domino by domino, waiting for the right moment for each one to fall. And that, more than any single name on this list, is what should genuinely excite United fans right now. Not just the players being linked, but the sense that there's an actual coherent strategy sitting behind it all. So let's bring this together properly. Endrick, contact already made, but his heart currently leaning elsewhere in Spain. Mendes and James, a full-back race fought on two fronts at once, with United refusing to lock into just one option, while Liverpool and Bayern push hard for Mendes too. Wharton, a genuine live tug-of-war with Liverpool right now, with neither side showing any sign of stepping back. And Osimhen, the real Masterplan, the most exciting piece of this entire puzzle, completely dependent on Antony walking out the door first before anything else can move. Four stories, one football club, and a summer window being built like a carefully sequenced chess match, not a random shopping list thrown together in a panic. This is far from over, and whichever domino falls next could change everything you just heard. But what do you think? Would Osimhen actually be the missing piece up front at Old Trafford next season? Should United drop the Endrick chase entirely and go all in on the Napoli striker instead? And which fullback do you actually want walking through the door, Mendes or James? Let me know below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Manchester United updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.